Do you know that besides health benefits, there are life lessons that a sport can teach you? I've been playing tennis since like August, September 2018, and I can categorically tell you that there's a lot about life that I've learned just by playing the game of tennis. I am Ikenna George, and in this video, I'll be sharing with you 5 life lessons I've learned from the game of tennis. And do well to stay to the end of the video, because the last point I'll be giving is a point that people tend to overlook, but it's very, very important. So I'll see you at the end of the video. And if this is your first time of watching my video, this is your first time of visiting my channel, if you are a returning viewer as well, I would like to say a very big welcome. Please do well to like this video, share it, drop a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Very importantly, subscribe to my channel. All right, so like I mentioned, I started playing tennis in August, September 2019. My organization, the organization which I work for, they organize this aerobics program every Saturday morning at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium in Abuja. So on this fateful Saturday, I went there doing the aerobics, trying to get in shape, trying to get the 6 packs and all of that. So afterwards, as I was driving off, I saw the tennis court, and I think that was the first time of me seeing the tennis court at the stadium. I was like, whoa, this is beautiful. I saw a lot of people there, young people, old people, children, all playing the game, all seemed so delighted to be there. And I told myself, this is a sport I would like to play. But that day I didn't really make any inquiry. I drove off. The next Saturday after aerobics, I was going back home again, and I passed the tennis court, and I was like, you know what, this time I'm going to make an inquiry. So I got down from the car. I met a young man there, and he directed me to a coach, my first coach, Coach Linus. So he told me, okay, this is what I need, this is my fee. And he told me I needed to get a racket, I needed to get tennis shoes. Tennis shoes are very important, and a racket as well, and my gear, of course, my t-shirt and my shorts. So I was like, okay, and we made an appointment for the following Saturday. So the following Saturday, after aerobics, I got there, very early and all of that. So we started training, and at first, I didn't know what I was doing, trying to control the ball, trying to do all of that. It wasn't working. But you know what? I stayed. No one took me there. I took myself there. So I knew, okay, this is what I want to do. I had passion for it, and I wasn't backing down from this fight. So that brings me to my first point. Just get started. Just get started. I hadn't known much about tennis. I only knew from my dad. Okay, my dad used to play tennis while we were growing up. I never saw him playing though, but he had the balls, he had the rackets, he had everything. So I remember me and my sister, what we used to do then, because we would take my dad's, we didn't know how to handle the racket. So we'll take my dad's tennis ball, and we'll get this, the plastic cover of this paint bucket, and we'll just start hitting the ball. I don't know how it was working, but we're actually doing it. So, and my dad, he used to watch the sport as well. So me and my sister, we loved to watch with him as well. We knew the Andre Agassi, we knew Pete Sampras, even before the likes of Roger Federer. So we enjoyed watching the game. So that's all I knew. So just driving in the stadium that day, I was like, this is what I want to do. This is something that seems nice and something I could benefit from. So what did I do? I just got started already. So what is it difficult to do? What is it you're trying to do? Are you trying to write a book? Are you trying to start a job? Are you trying to start a business? I mentioned in my last video, that all work works. So that thing that you are doing that seems to be insignificant, that seems to be minute, is actually working. It may not be working for you, but it's working on you. So just get started. When I started playing, I couldn't even hit the ball properly, but I just kept going week in, week out, week in, week out. And now I can say that I'm a good tennis player. I am an amateur tennis professional, ATP. So yeah, just get started. Get started in that thing you want to do. Don't think too much about it. Stop thinking too much about it. It's good to think, but stop thinking too much about it and just start. Sometimes it's when you start that other ways of doing it opens up. God will give you a torchlight to just see your immediate pathway. Let me put it like that. Your immediate pathway. And when you start working that, then he gives you the floodlight to see the full picture and the whole picture. So just start already. Just start. And my second point is eyes on the ball. Eyes on the ball. When you're learning tennis, there's something your coach will tell you. Even though you're a pro, I'm sure your tennis coach will still tell you this. Eyes on the ball. The ball comes at a fast pace, especially if you're playing against a really good player. It comes at a very fast pace. So if you're busy looking at someone else, if you're busy looking at the umpire or the ball boy or even your opponent, I had this bad habit when I started playing tennis. I used to overestimate my opponent. I used to over-respect them. Respect is good and all, have this cordial respect and all of that. But you don't over-respect your opponent or give them too much accolades, because it tends to make you feel this person is too good. So let me just be there. Play your game. Focus on the ball. Focus on the goal. If you're in a business and if you're trying to start if you're in a business, don't focus on distraction. Focus on your intention. Be intentional about everything you're going to do. I'll give you a story from the Bible. The story of when Jesus walked on water. Jesus walked on water. His disciples saw him and they were like in awe, like, who is that? They were even afraid that they were going to drown or something. They were going to sink, that it was a spirit they were seeing. So they were going to drown. They were going to sink. So Peter cried out and said, Lord, if it's you, call me to come to you. And Jesus Christ was like, okay, start coming. And Peter began to do the impossible. He began to walk on water like Jesus Christ did. But guess what? The moment he stopped focusing on Jesus and began to focus on the distraction, the wave was intense. He started to focus on it. Fear arose in him. And guess what? He began to sink. Then he cried out and Jesus Christ saved him. So in tennis, if you are busy focused on other things, other distractions, my canvas is like this, the ball will pass, you can even hit your eye and be on his way, Focus on the ball. When the ball is coming, you have to look at it and finish your swing. But the moment you are focused on distraction, your opponent, this my opponent can play well. Seeing his nice tennis shoes. It happens, you look at your opponent's game, you just feel, what am I wearing? So what this guy is wearing. Focusing on distraction. It's good to look good, it's important, it boosts your confidence and all of that. Well, sometimes just focus on the main stuff. When I started playing tennis, people used to wonder, like me, I used to just I just wear short t-shirts, I don't used to try to look so prim and proper, so clean and all of that, like some of my my peers were doing. But that was because I was trying to focus on what brought me the action, my primary mission, which was to hit the ball, focus on the ball, and get it on my opponent's court and try to win him. So that is just it. Eyes on the ball. The third point, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Okay, now you've started. You're focusing on the ball. But is that going to be enough? Not necessarily. You always have to keep going back and practicing. Now, if it's practicing your forehand, practicing your backhand, practicing your service, practicing your volley, you have to practice all of that frequently, all the time, week in, week out, to be able to be good. And those are people, maybe they want to start a business, or they are in a career, in a job, and they just try to be redundant there. You always have to keep going back and sharpening the axe. You have to go back to keep learning, keep upgrading yourself, keep updating yourself on, what's happening around you. I would like to reference the Bible in this part, bring out a Bible verse. Is in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 10. It says this: if the iron be blunt and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. For wisdom is profitable to direct. Now, what does this mean? It means, let's say you're cutting down a tree, and you're trying to cut down a tree with a dull axe. You're going to keep hitting. If you add more strength, more of a power, hitting. You can spend days, you can spend weeks, and that tree is not going anywhere. It's not going to come down, right? So what does the scripture tell us to do? Go back. Wisdom profitable. What is it? 10. But wisdom is profitable to direct. What does it mean? Use your wisdom. Go and sharpen the axe. Go back there. File it. Sharpen it. Let it be sharp. Go back to that tree. Hit it, and it will go down. So if you are starting it, if you are in a career or you are in school or anything, always try to learn more. Don't think that what you came in with is what is going to sustain you to the end. No. You always have to keep upgrading yourself, updating yourself. Listen, go to seminars, go to conferences. If you have to go back to school, go back to school. Listen to motivational tips so that those things, they sharpen your mind, they renew your mind, they renew your intellect. Not just thinking that, oh, okay, I'm already here. Or like my pastor would say, like when a lady, she was looking for husband, when she finally married, she was like, what else am I looking for in life? No. Any man that sees that will be like, what is this? You have to keep always trying to look your best, look sexy, look this for your husband. Now, always try to be neat and sharp. Not just tired apart and just be using chopstick to brush your teeth and say, I don't marry now. What else am I looking for in life? No. Always be sharp. The scripture tells us, you can look it up yourself, Ecclesiastes 10 verse 10. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Have wisdom. Wisdom is going to direct you. Oh, okay. Now, I need to sharpen my axe. I need to go back to school. I need to listen to more tapes. I need to listen to more educational tapes. Not just any tapes. Not just go and be listening to something that will be dancing to. Dance is good, but it's good for, what is good for. But sometimes you need that. You need to be intellectually. You need to be sound intellectually. You need to be sound intellectually. So yeah, sharpen the axe. Practice makes perfect. All right. So my fourth point is this: build profitable partnerships, or should I say, build sound partnerships. Oh, let me say exactly. Build strong partnerships. Build strong partnerships. That's exactly how I wrote it down in my notes. So, what am I trying to say? In tennis, we'll have the singles, we'll have the single games, and we'll have the doubles. The doubles could be either between two men versus two men, two women versus two women, or a man and a woman versus another man, another woman. So what we try to do when we're selecting our partner in front, we're trying to look for who can play, who knows how to return the ball, who knows how to serve. You don't want to choose someone that cannot play. Even though you could play, your opponents are going to isolate you from the game. They're just going to be focusing on your partner, on the weak link. All the balls will be directing him. So once he's missing the points, guess what? You both are losing out. So are you starting a business and looking for business partners? Are you trying to get married and looking for a life partner, a spouse? Please, don't go and look for a blockhead. Don't go and carry a blockhead. Because even though you are good at what you do, are good at your craft, your partner will carry your business, take it down the hill. Or your spouse can, carry go where you don't know. They go where you don't know, So look for someone smart. Look for like-minded. Look for someone with similar passion. Look for someone intelligent. Look for someone that has the fear of God. And look for someone that is willing to learn. Look for someone with similar passion. Look for someone intelligent. Look for someone that has the fear of God. Very importantly. And look for someone who is willing to learn. And I assure you, if you can build strong partnerships, whatever you set your mind to do, or whatever you start to do, you're going to be very successful at it. Just like I've been successful in tennis by choosing the right partners. There's this my friend, Engineer Mike, who played tennis. He won the first Abuja Open tournament, which we hosted in June of 2023 last year. And I even interviewed him and all of that. So I love to partner with him in doubles. You want to know why? Because he's good. He's really good. I know what, he has this mindset that even though he's losing, even though we're losing, sometimes we'll be done in a game, like let's say our opponent has 5 points and we're in one, let's say 5-1. I don't know how he does it. It's like he transfers the mindset to his partner. You know what, we can win this game. You know, they're ahead, you know, by a lot, but we too, we can win this game. So he transfers that mindset to you, and you know what, you guys just keep playing and playing and playing. Becomes 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6, 5-7. You guys have won the game. It's happened not once, not twice, not thrice. He's a very good partner. I love to partner with him. Those are the kind of partners you need to have in life. People that you know that, okay, even when things are down, this person can motivate me, I can motivate this person, and we can work together. When we come together, there's a synergy and we can achieve great things together. Don't go and get a blockhead though. I've told you. I may not say it again. I'm telling you now. Don't go and carry a blockhead. Now, the fifth and final point, which a lot of people tend to overlook, is this: keep your head up. Keep your head up. No, there's this thing my coach told me about tennis. He said there's a win-win, there's a win-lose, and then there's a lose-lose. A win-win is when you play right, you know, your service is on point, your forehand is on point, your backhand is on point, and you still go ahead to win the game. That's a win-win. A win-lose is when you play right, play well, but you end up losing the game for one reason or the other. Maybe your opponent was just simply better than you. Maybe luck wasn't just on your side that day. That's a win-lose. A lose-lose is when you play horribly and you lose the game. Now, you don't want to find yourself in that situation. I've been there a couple of times. It's a horrible feeling. It sucks. You don't want to be there, you know. What am I trying to say? Sometimes in a game of tennis, even in life, you lose. You win some days, you lose some days. Does that mean you're going to go around sulking? Does that mean you're going to go around blaming every other person but yourself? So people, when they lose a game, they blame their opponent, they blame the umpire, they blame the ball boy, they even blame it on the court. Nothing was their fault. As far as they are concerned, they played well. But in that way, you're not going to correct yourself. But when you lose with your head up high, oh yes, I lost. I'm going to go back to the training ground. I'm going to go back to practice. And I'm going to come back fired up and defeat my opponent. Now, that's how to become a winner. That's how to become a champion. Even in life, don't go around blaming the government. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame your family members. Don't blame your friends. Sometimes in life, just take up the responsibilities. On the days you lose, don't blame anybody. Go back, sharpen your axe. Sharpen your axe. Come back and take that tree down. You know, even when I was learning swimming, I'm still learning, but I'm way better than I was when I started. When I was learning swimming, you know, I was really terrified by the deep end, you know. To my coach, you know, try to motivate me. Keep going. Go to the deep end. Go to the deep end. Go to the deep end. Me, I just want to be okay in my comfort zone in the shallow end. Just do know what I can do, freestyle. My coach told me, go to the deep end. And that's how I learned. You know, some people, they don't let whatever they're doing work on them first, before it begins to work for them. I mentioned that in my last video, you know, all work works. That little thing you are doing that seems unimportant, that doesn't seem significant, is already working. It's not working for you yet. It's working on you. It will not work on you first, work on you long enough, and begins to work for you. When I was swimming, I didn't know what I was doing at first, but now at least I can go from the deep end to the shallow end, and vice versa. So yeah, keep your head up high and practice. You'll become perfect someday. I really hope that this video has blessed you. So please do well to share the video with someone who may need it. Share the video with a family member. Share the video with a loved one. This video could really help someone. These are 5 solid lessons I've learned just by playing tennis. So I don't know, what sport are you playing and what are you learning from that sport? Please mention it in the comments. Drop a comment about it. I would really love to hear from you. Please do well to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button, the notification bell, so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to know. Stay blessed by the best, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out.